Matthew chapter 8. When Jesus came down from the mountain, large crowds followed him, and a leper came up to him and bowed down before him, saying, "Lord, if you are willing, you are able to make me clean." Well, Jesus reached out his hand and touched him, saying, "I am willing, be cleansed." Immediately his leprosy was cleansed, and Jesus said to him, "See that you tell no one about this, but go, show yourself to the priest for inspection, and present the offering that Moses commanded as testimony, evidence to them of your healing." As Jesus went into Capernaum, a centurion came up to him begging for help, saying, "Lord, my servant is lying at home paralyzed with intense and terrible tormenting pain." And Jesus said to him, "I will come and heal him." But the centurion replied to him, "Lord, I am not worthy to have you come under my roof, but only say the word and my servant will be healed. For I also am a man subject to authority of higher rank, with soldiers subject to me. And I say to one, 'Go,' and he goes, and to another, 'Come,' and he comes, and to my slave, 'Do this,' and he does it." When Jesus heard this, he was amazed and said to those who were following him, "I tell you truthfully, I have not found such great faith as this with anyone in Israel. I say to you that many Gentiles will come from east and west, and will sit down to feast at the table and enjoy God's promises with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven, because they will accept me as Savior. While the sons and heirs of the kingdom, the descendants of Abraham who will not recognize me as Messiah, will be thrown out into the utter darkness, in that place which is the farthest removed from the kingdom. There will be weeping and sorrow and pain, and grinding of teeth in distress and anger." Then Jesus said to the centurion, "Go, it will be done for you as you have believed." And the servant was restored to health at that very hour. When Jesus went into Peter's house in Capernaum, he saw Peter's mother lying sick in bed with a fever. He touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she got up and served him. When evening came, they brought to him many who were under the power of demons, and he cast out the evil spirits with a word, and restored to health all who were sick, exhibiting his authority as Messiah, so that he fulfilled what was spoken by the prophet Isaiah. He himself took our infirmities upon him, and carried away our diseases. Now when Jesus saw a crowd around him, he gave the orders to cast off for the other side of the Sea of Galilee. Then on his way to board the boat, a scribe who was respected and authoritative interpreter of the law came and said to him, "Master, I will accompany you as your student wherever you go." And Jesus replied to him, "Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." Another of the disciples said to him, "Lord, let me first go and bury my father and collect my inheritance." But Jesus said to him, "Follow me, believing in me as master and teacher, and allow the spiritually dead to bury their own dead." When he got into the boat, his disciples followed him, and suddenly a violent storm arose on the sea, so that the boat was being covered by the waves. But Jesus was sleeping, and the disciples went and woke him, saying, "Lord, save us, we're going to die." And he said to them, "Why are you afraid, you men of little faith?" Then he got up and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was at once a great and wonderful calm, a perfect peacefulness. The men wondered in amazement, saying, "What kind of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him?" When he arrived at the other side in the country of Gadarenes, 2 demon-possessed men came out of the tombs and met him. They were so extremely fierce and violent that no one could pass by that way, and they screamed out, "What business do we have in common with each other, Son of God? Have you come to torment us before the appointed time of judgment?" Some distance from them a large herd of pigs was grazing. The demons began begging him, "If you drive us out, send us into the herd of pigs." And he said to them, "Go." So they came out of the men and went into the pigs, and the whole herd rushed down the steep bank into the sea and died in the water. The herdsmen ran away and went to the city and reported everything including what happened to the men under the power of demons. And the whole city came out to meet Jesus, and as soon as they saw him, they begged him to leave their region.